Hello everybody and welcome to this week's YouTube video. So you are a new consultant. Congratulations and welcome to Paparazzi. So now you have these 35 pieces of jewelry in your kit that you are ready and willing to sell. So how do you go about doing that? There are several different ways that you can market yourself and sell your jewelry. And one of them is social media. Yes, I mean going live. And there's a lot of fears that people have about doing this. And so today I want to give you 5 tips to help you conquer this fear and these fears that you have about going live on social media. And hopefully these tips will help you realize that going live is not so bad at all. So let's get into them. Okay, tip number one. Tip number one is you don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you try. You want to try at least, or try to visualize what going live looks like on social media. What are the things that you feel like you're afraid of? What are the things that are stopping you? Because a lot of times we talk ourselves out of the things in life and we say we can't do anything and we say it's too hard, and then we actually try it and we find out it's not as hard as we thought, right? How many times have we done that? So tip number one is talking about at least consider trying. Actually visualize what going live would look like for you. How would you do it? What would your background look like? How would you present the jewelry? Sometimes in the details of that, you feel a little bit more confident, and it would at least give you a little bit courage to try, right? And I know that it's hard because it was hard for me in the beginning as well. I thought, oh, I don't know about this live business, but I did it. And I took myself out of it too, I'm not gonna lie. And then once I actually went live, I was like, wow, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. And I've been going live ever since. So tip one, again, is consider trying. Consider trying. And listen, you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be like others that you see. You just have to be yourself. And whatever that looks like for you, feel confident that that's good enough. All right? At least try. Tip number two. Tip number two is practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Right? Listen, it's not going to be perfect in the beginning. We always have this expectation, right? I can't go live because it's not going to look right. It's not going to be right. Practice makes perfect. I can tell you that in the beginning of me going live, I went back to some of my beginning lives and it was really bare minimum, not a lot of hoopla. And I was perfectly fine. I still sold jewelry. Now, I have progressed since then, but that comes with time. Right now, we're trying to get over that hump of actually doing it. So practice makes perfect. Try it out on some friends. Try it out on some loved ones. Do like a mock live. Ask people, can you present it to just them? Practice, practice, practice. Think about how to describe the jewelry. A lot of times, part of the thing that we want to do is present the jewelry and explain what's so fabulous about it. Start getting some words together and start practicing how to describe your jewelry when you get it in your inventory. Take out your inventory today and start describing what you think it looks like. Look on the website. Look on the website. The website for each of these pieces has wonderful explanations of them. Use those words. Practice, practice, practice. Because you've already done number one. You've thought about trying. You visualized what that looked like. Now you're starting to put it into practice. And you're getting feedback from others about what you perhaps want to do. So number two, practice makes perfect. Number three, try shorter periods of time. You see people going live all the time. and they go live anywhere from 30 minutes. Some people do 10 and 10 to 2-3 hours. Consider doing a 10 and 10, doing an 11-11 or a 12 at 12, where you're only showing a small number of pieces at first to kind of get your feet wet, to kind of get you in there thinking about, the jewelry and presenting it on a shorter period of time. And that way, you kind of work yourself up to the bigger time frames. And so a lot of times we think we have to take that huge bite off of that time, like to go 2 hours. And we absolutely do not have to do that. We do not have to do that. Shorter periods of time are fine if you feel comfortable. Maybe you want to just showcase one piece, one set. Go live for like 5 minutes and say, hey, everybody, I'm selling jewelry now. I just want to show you this set. Isn't this beautiful? I know a lot of people do that. They showcase what they're wearing, and I have these available. If you like them, comment below and let me know. And then you're out. Do some of those, shorter periods of time, work yourself up. That way you don't have to worry about getting nervous too quickly and kind of letting your emotions kind of get the best of you about being nervous like I am right now, right? So consider shorter periods of time, right? So tip number 4, if you decide you're not going to go live, if you decide you are not going to do this because of whatever reason, sometimes it's just a matter of having space. Sometimes it's a matter of preparation and getting yourself together in certain areas. So I won't deny that there are some valid reasons why some people will not go live. But if you're not going to go live, master everything else. Master everything else. That's tip number 4. Master everything else. Post pictures on your page, on your social media page. Post them. They say the rule is every 90 minutes, because you want to create some space in between them so that people can visually see them and it doesn't work in the fixings of social media. They have a lot of rules. So every 90 minutes. And if you have a group, like a VI group, P group, or page, schedule it. Get up in the morning or late at night, get all of your pictures together, go on to Facebook, I'm talking about Facebook now, and schedule it. You can actually go in there where you post it as a calendar and say, I want to post this tomorrow at 10 a.m. Then I want to post this next picture at 2 p.m. Consider doing that. Mastering everything else, right? Talking to people, telling people, at least tell people that you're selling jewelry, because it's all about visibility and the knowledge that people know that you are actually have a business and that you're selling a product. So master everything else. Tip number 4, do stories. I know that Facebook has these great stories that you can post. Utilize what you have. Utilize your resources. Master everything else. And the last tip, number 5, the last tip is if you decide to go live, you've practiced, you've decided to try, you've done 10 and 10s and you're ready. And if you have bad days or if you have days that are not as great as others, don't give up. Don't give up. That's tip number 5. Don't give up. We've all been there. We've all been there. We continue to be there. So don't give up. We all have good days. We all have bad days. Don't give up on yourself. You started this business for a reason. You prayed about it. You thought about it. You decided to take the leap. You paid your money for your kit. You have your 35 pieces. You're ordering jewelry. One time going live, not going right, is not going to dictate the rest of your business. I'm sure if we look at some of our elite members, you know, our top earners, and they can tell us stories upon stories about things that have happened to them, even probably more recently too, but more so when they first started, about faux pas and bloopers and things like that. We can't give up on ourselves, right? We're on a mission. We're on a mission to financial freedom. We're on a mission to spread the joy of this jewelry to others, $5 at a time, right? So don't give up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't go back into, I can't do it anymore. Just keep pressing forward. Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Rethink, hey, what can I do differently now? What should I do differently now? What can I add on? Just go back to that brainstorming time period if you need to, but don't give up on yourself. You can do it. You can do it. So those are my 5 tips for you today. I hope that they have benefited you. I hope that you will take that leap and you will go live when you are ready and you will push yourself. So be encouraged. Be encouraged, challenge yourself, and just go live. I look forward to seeing you guys out there, and I can't wait to see you excel and grow in your business. Congratulations again on becoming an independent paparazzi consultant, and be blessed. All right, everybody.